Hey guys, this is Aaron with Repair Parts USA. Today I'm going to be showing you how to replace the battery on an iPhone 7 Plus. So, as with all repairs, the first thing we want to do is make sure our phone is powered down all the way, which this one already is, so we can move on to the next step. We're going to want to remove these two bottom pen lobe screws that are right next to the charging port. Go ahead with that. Next thing we want to do is I use a pry tool. Sometimes use a suction cup to grip the edges, but I'm just going to use a pry tool right now. I'm just going to want to slide it down underneath this frame and the LCD. Just want to make sure we don't break anything, so be as gentle as possible. And it's not wanting to go, so I am going to use my suction cup tool. So right there, just put it on. I usually do the left bottom corner, and I just kind of like pump it with my hands. You can see the edge start to give. So that means it's go time. So I'm gonna stick my pry tool in there, pop it up. That's good, like it. So I got a corner up, so I'm just gonna take the suction cup tool off. Should be done with that for now. Oh man. Yep. Kind of drop back in there. Ah, there we go. Okay. So I'm just gonna work my way around the edges. Make sure to go slow, be careful. You don't want to go too far in because you can break the thin ribbon cable is in there. So there we go. Work my way around the edges. Again, I'm going to kind of work it down just a little bit, but not too much because you can break it. And then it opens up like a book. So here is the battery for the iPhone. So what we want to do is turn it this way, and I will zoom in for you guys so it's easier to see. Hopefully on this iPhone 7 Plus there are 3 pull tabs right here, right here, right here. There we go. So they're black, they're hard to see probably on the video. You can see them easily if you're doing this. They're just at the bottom right here where it says Taptic Engine. You're just going to look right above that. You'll see 3 sticky pull tabs that are connected to the phone. That is what we are looking for on this repair. But before we get to the battery, or before we get to removing the battery, we want to disconnect the battery. So this is this metal bracket. There is 4 Y-tip screws. We're just going to take each one off. So we can take that metal bracket off, and that'll get us to the battery connector. And there we go. Metal bracket's off, set that to the side. You want to use a metal, not a metal, you want to use a plastic tool. Right here is the battery connection, the connector if you can see it. And we want to pry up on that with a plastic tool, not a metal one, because you can short circuit the board. So, as I was talking about before, those metal pull tabs, that is what we're looking at right now to get off. So you can use anything you want to get these off. I'm just going to use my fingernails. That's what's easiest for me. Make sure you guys can see. Yep. Okay. So these things, or there's going to be 3 strips of adhesive behind this battery. or underneath it I should say, connecting it to the housing, the metal housing of the phone. And that adhesive is very resilient. So you want to make sure, okay, right now, so you can see that white adhesive right there, that I just pulled that off like so. I want to make sure we just pull straight out, like boom. And we're just going to keep pulling. It's a long stretch of adhesive, but if you pull up, if you pull it to the side, whatever, it's going to break, and you're going to have to pry the battery off, and that is not fun. So I'm just going to grab it with 2 fingers, pull straight out, and it comes easily, but you don't want to go too fast, don't want to pull too hard. So I'm just pulling. Okay, look, the adhesive is super long. So it's going to be about 3 feet long before it finally comes out. It's really long. So don't get impatient. Just keep working it, pull it slowly, same pace, everything. Now I'm going to move over to this next one. Let's get this one going. Alright, same thing. And that broke, but we can still salvage this, hopefully. Oof. I might get lucky. So it kind of broke at the beginning. I was going too fast, but I was able to salvage it. It didn't get sucked up under the battery. So again, I think you can hopefully hear it, but just one long pull. Okay, that kind of broke towards the end. I'm hoping we got the majority of it out though. I think we did. That should come out relatively easily. Okay, next thing I want to do is this last one. If you do a battery replacement for a 7 or below, there's actually only 2 strips of adhesive, but on these bigger phones we're doing 3. Super secure. Okay, so I got it off. Again, just pulling. Low and slow. And there we go, 3rd one's off. Let's see how easily this comes up. Okay, yeah. So that 2nd one I got most of it off, so it did come pretty easily. We can actually just leave that there. That could be some good adhesive for our new battery. So I'm just going to get a piece of tape and set it in there. This isn't the most ideal solution. This is just packing tape. It'll get the job done, but I'd check out Repair Parts USA, their site, for all your battery replacement needs and all the tools that go with it. So I'm just going to set this back in to place. You want to make sure this lines up with the battery connector on the motherboard. It'll make your life a whole lot easier if these line up nicely, because you don't want to set it in there and then have to pull it out after you taped it down or whatever, however you get it in there. And again, even when they do line up nicely, that's a bit of playing with it. Alrighty, there we go. Again, sometimes you just have to push it in there. Don't want to break it or anything, but sometimes it takes a little bit of convincing. So now we're gonna put the screws back over this metal bracket. Again, just put the screws back in the way you got them out. Make sure you stay organized, guys, and don't mix up where your screws are at. Oops. And there we go. New battery's in place. So we're just going to set this back over. Get this out of your way. I'm going to slide this up. Right here, like so. That just goes under the metal housing. We're just going to work our way around the edges. Just push down around like that. Then we're going to put our bottom pentalobe screws back on. And this phone actually only had one, so I'm just going to be putting one back in. But usually there's two on an iPhone. This one's been messed with before, so that's why there's only one. Anyways, that's how you repair or replace a battery on an iPhone 7 Plus. Thank you guys for watching.